Hello and welcome to the Just Another Castle podcast. I'm your host, Matt, and with me this week is our resident gaming journalist, Eli.
How's it going, Matt? Who else do we have?
No one.
Oh, oh. So it's just
And we
you.
lost all the listeners. Yeah. All right.
Just you and me.
Yeah. But
Maybe singing
yeah,
together.
we have been playing some Splatoon, so we're pretty much just going to talk about that. I will talk about Hey Pikmin for like 5 seconds. I just played it like 10 minutes ago, or I guess 20 minutes
The
ago.
demo?
The demo to see what it's like. It's a game. That's pretty much it. Like
It's a game.
yeah, a lot of the fun, or most of the fun of Pikmin is picking up treasures and then managing protecting them as they're carrying it to your ship so they don't die. Because if you could just leave them alone and didn't have to worry about anything, then like a lot of the fun would be gone because that's part of the management. But here it's like you throw Pikmin at an object and then they like bring it down to your level, and as soon as you touch it, like you collect it. So there's really like nothing to it. And I mean, I guess to be fair, the demo only has the red Pikmin and the rock Pikmin, but I mean, I really don't see it changing all that much because it's just like, oh, you just throw this Pikmin at this one part and then you get it instantly, and it's like that's it. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. Obviously, the fighting is just throw Pikmin at the creatures, but because it's like a 2D a 2D plane, it's like you can't really do a whole lot, like because you can't really like run past them. I don't think. I didn't actually try. You might be able to run past them, but I mean, you're not going to have
I
much
love.
strategy.
Don't you love how Nintendo took a game in 3D and put it on the 3DS and then made it 2D?
In both senses, it's 2D plane, and it doesn't even have the stereoscopic 3D. They flattened it as much as they could.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. That game's not going to be fun. I didn't have any intention of picking it up, but just try the demo and you'll be like, wow, this is much more underwhelming than I thought it was going to be. Just like that Switch app. Speaking
Wow.
of...
Oh. I actually have not yet tried it, other than seeing that I have now. I probably beat oh my God, Giza, the pyramid. I think I've now done more than that, but I didn't check to see the update. But other than that, I've not really used the app. Have you?
No, I haven't actually yet, but it's just funny that like no one was really expecting much of this thing to begin with. Everyone's just like, yeah, I'll just use Skype or Discord, and it's still like underwhelmed. Like you have to have the dumb app open the whole time. You can't switch to anything else. It's like, okay, come on, this is pathetic. It's not even like a standard app. Like it's below normal app standards. I don't know. It's really pathetic.
Yeah, but I heard the voice chat isn't that convenient or anything like that either, which is just spectacular.
Well, the only thing I could think of a benefit for it is if you chat online with a lot of friends and they all have different accounts. So let's say half of my friends have Skype and half have Discord. Rather than trying to make, one group convert to the other side or both make accounts for both or what have you. If the Switch app like worked okay, you could just be like, oh yeah, just go on that app and no one has to make a new account and I have access to everyone sort of thing. Like that I could see being the benefit, but then the whole app would actually have to be like useful for that to be the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's neat you can get notifications and
So,
whatnot, but
what you think of that thing that they brought up that someone said that they didn't do voice chat because of RAM constraints? Do you buy that?
I don't know. I think I heard someone say they didn't do it because it might drain the battery life, which
That sounds silly.
yeah, I don't know. Like if that was the case, then it's like, okay, but what about when you have it docked? It's like, are you just going to gimp it because it doesn't work as well in portable mode? So now you're just going to axe the feature entirely? Because then it's like, well, how is this much of a hybrid if you're just gonna, you know, axe things based off of the portable version? Like, obviously, something has to work well enough in both. But if it's like, oh, this one's less than ideal in one and fine in the other, it's like, nope, we gotta axe it. Like, then I would have to question how you design this.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you think
It's
about Splatoon 2 so far?
I was gonna say one last thing about the app. It's going back to if it's a RAM problem. I'm gonna say no because if the DS can do voice chat, the Switch sure as crap can. I mean, that's just
Oh,
sad.
yes, yes, that's true.
Man. Anyway, yes, Splatoon 2. What about? I don't know. I'm only level 4 in it. Only started like I think yesterday. I finished like the first world or whatever single
You're
player.
still level 4?
Well, I started like late yesterday.
Holy crap,
Yeah,
guys!
and then
I don't
I was
even
working
know.
all day today. Like
Yeah,
I
none of
got
us
off work at like 7.
none of us work over here.
Yeah.
I'll have you know I leveled up from level 13 to level 15 between the last time I talked to you.
Hey, you had a review copy, so you had a head start.
But I was already yeah, but that was like I'm taking from yesterday to today.
I don't care. I don't know if I like the Joy-Con grip or the Joy-Cons in general using them for this. It feels a bit off. I kind of want to get a Pro controller.
Are you using Pro Controller is real nice. Are you using motion
No.
or regular? So I heard that motion controls apparently can be more exact because like your precision when moving the controller can be more exact than using the sticks.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't know. Do you use motion control?
No, I don't. Screw that. I can't do that.
Yeah,
But
I
that's what
tried
I've
it, and
heard.
it seems really jarring. Like the second stick, you can only use horizontally, I think, but then the gyro is everywhere. So it's
Yeah.
really, I don't know. It would seem like it would take like it seems like it would take a lot getting used to more than it's worth personally. So I don't know if I would bother. I think I'll just get a Pro controller. I kind of wanted to get a custom one and like get it painted since the dumb thing costs so much. I might as well get a custom one, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that because you'd have to like sand off the texture of the buttons and like make it smooth. And I'm like, I don't know if I want that. Like I looked at some other buttons on controllers, but I don't know. We'll see. I may just go out and buy it and leave it as is. Darn, Nintendo doesn't have color options.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any questions? I can't think of what I was going to say.
Well, what are you thinking? How's the single player treating you so far?
It's all right so far. It's basically the same as the original. I did hear that it was like more challenging, but I haven't gotten far enough. The first world is fine, and I'm in the second one where you start using some of the other weapons and whatnot.
Mhm.
And it'll be interesting to like go back and see, oh, this level was made with this weapon, but what if I try using this other weapon? How will that change it and whatnot? Because the charger level is you have to shoot these things floating in the air to be able to teleport to them. So something like the roller, even if you do the jump vertical splat or whatever, like it's not going to be far enough. So I wonder what they'll do. Maybe they'll just add like sponge platforms or something.
Mhm. Yeah, they're I felt the story levels were hard got harder.
Mhm.
And I appreciated that, but I didn't like how they forced you to use those certain weapons. You know, I complained about that before, and I don't know. I just like multiplayer better in the end, which is weird because usually it's the other way around for me.
I like the
Uh,
toaster boss.
yeah,
The
I think
first
the boss
boss.
is
I was like,
really
oh
good.
wow, this thing is actually kicking
Yep,
my
yep,
butt
yep.
at some point. Like I actually have
Yep.
to run away from this.
By the way, let me complain a little bit.
Go for
Everyone online sucks.
it.
Okay, it's a problem I face in both the ranked battle and regular. In regular, it's not as prominent, although it is too. Actually, it's very prominent. Who am I kidding? I usually get, I think, maybe 1,100 ish on average, 11, 1,200 ish
Mhm.
P's, whatever that means, pints, paints. each round,
Yeah.
okay? Then like the second person on my team will be okay. He'll get like 800. Then everyone else will get like 500 and then they'll win. And I'll just be like, "What the hell, guys? What were you doing the whole game?" Or like yesterday in a ranked battle, I got 17 kills. Now that's not normal, you know. I picked
Yeah,
a
those are
good
insane.
round for myself. Maybe usually get 12, okay? And all these other chumps, like I feel like I'm Mike right now, okay? I'm channeling my inner Mike. All these other chumps are getting like 5 kills, and I'm like, listen, you don't need to, I get it. There's always got to be a first place person, and I'm more than happy to take on that role. Splatoon's the one game where that happens for me. I suck at every other competitive game, so okay, you know what? I'll embrace the role as the number one player on our team. But you gotta like keep up somehow, everyone. I can't, if I'm getting more kills than the rest of my team combined, then I don't know how I'm supposed to win. Like, you gotta cut me some slack here.
You don't even need the other teammates. You're a one-man show. Like, I'll
I
take
mean,
on all of you. I'm already doing it
exactly. It was
anyway.
this sort of thing where like I would dive in, take out literally their entire team because 17 kills means I killed all of them almost 4 times
Yeah,
each.
that's
So like it would be a thing where I would run into the middle of the map, literally take out everyone, hold down the fort for like a minute straight. I would die, and then they would take it over. Like
that's insane.
so. What can you do? I wish I like it sometimes. I like being first because then like you can't blame the loss on me, but it also sucks because now I feel like I'm being treated unfairly. I'm used to the one dragging the rest of the team down.
Yeah,
So,
that's weird because I figured there would be more veteran players because it's a sequel and people already played Splatoon,
well,
so
yeah.
they'll be like, "Oh
Although,
man, I'll play it on
yeah,
Switch."
but to be fair, I'm only rank right now. So I haven't played a lot of ranked play. I'm only C plus right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not even up to B rank, so people will get better, and before I know it, I'm going to be getting my ass kicked too. So it's not like, so it's just a matter of time. But as of this moment, playing in these C ranks with a bunch of noobs don't know how to play Splatoon, so it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So you want to go on a little rant about other people?
Uh, sure. I don't know. I haven't had many experiences with other people. I feel like I'm the one sucking in the game
Tell me
so
about.
far. Hmm?
I was gonna say, tell me about everyone you played that you can't stand. See, you haven't even played Salmon Run yet, so I can't talk
I
to you.
know. So this is a weird thing. I Splatoon feels like, obviously I haven't played a whole ton, but it feels like really samey still. It feels like the only big thing is like Salmon Run, which it pretty much is. I mean, I know they're doing new stuff with single player, but it's like I'm like, this doesn't really feel different enough still. Like the one thing that's new, I still have to like figure out when to play it because the certain time slots and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
So
strange. I wonder why.
even though I haven't played it for like a year or whatever it's been, it still feels like, yep, I'm putting on the old shoes again. All right, let's go. I don't know. I guess some of the wind is taken out of the sails because it's so similar that it's like I feel like I've already played this a lot.
Mm,
I do like the dualies.
it is. It does seem very similar, and in fact, when I was doing the review, I guess I got so used to the map so quickly, like literally, 2 hours of play in, and I send a message in our group chat, the staff chat on Slack, and I say, guys, how many new maps are there in this game? It only seems like they brought most of them over. And, here I am being informed that all the, 6 out of the 8 maps are new. And I'm just like genuinely surprised because it all feels like it's the first game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ultimately that bad of a thing. They're going to introduce new maps and some of them are
Mhm.
really awesome. But it is, I mean, the mechanics are very similar. And I don't know how much they can change that up or whether they even need to, but it is a lot like the first game.
Yeah. I guess to be fair, when I played the original, it was like 2 months or something after release, so it did have like more content into it versus now. But I don't know. I was really hoping for like another something big or different enough. It
Mm.
doesn't feel that way so far. The
There's,
I oh go on.
I was just gonna say, but I mean, it's not that big per se, but it's gonna get more updates, right?
Yeah,
And it's a fun game, I think.
yeah, for sure.
Like in terms of like for a long time. Like even though it might not be that deep of content, it goes a long way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It'll definitely get better. I'm just talking like in terms of right now. Um, I like the splat dualies. They're pretty cool. It pretty much makes the splatter shot like pointless. I mean, the splatter shot is technically like stronger. I think it does like twice the damage, but not having the roll, I think, like makes it a lot worse, or makes the dually so much better. It's like wow, I can shoot in the
You
same
have to
kind of way
train
and
yourself
dodge.
though to use the roll well. Otherwise,
You
it's not
do.
really useful. You kind of gotta learn to use it.
You do. Half the time I forget you can only do it when you're shooting paint, and then I'll stop shooting paint and try to like move out of the way, but I'm just jumping and looking like an idiot. Like, oh right, there's no other dedicated button for this move for whatever reason.
Hmm.
I kind of miss having that the second screen with the tablet, being able to look down.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, in some games you forget that, you don't forget. You know that there should be a map down there and there isn't. It's a little bit weird. And flying around is definitely very weird without a touchscreen.
Yeah, that part I can get used to. It's like the looking back at the map. I mean, I guess your eyes were technically off the screen before, and now you can look at like both and move. But like half the time, I forget to check it until like I actually die and have to respawn, and I'm like, oh right, I should check this and see where like we need reinforcements and whatnot. Just something to get used to.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Did you have anything else to add on Splatoon 2?
I don't know. Well, by the way, did I say I bought a 4K TV?
No, you didn't.
Well, I did. I bought a 4K TV, I'll have you know.
How many things will you be able to use with it? Zero?
I've got a PS4 Pro actually, so
Oh, you do? Okay. Oh,
I
yeah, I think you
finished,
said you bought one before.
I played Nier. I finished Nier on it, although that was only in 1080p. I played the tutorial of For Honor,
Okay.
um, just to see what a game looks like in 4K, all nice and shiny.
Mhm.
And let's see, I don't know. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I just turn it on, like I'll be on my computer and I turn on in the background and it'll be like sunsets 4K. And it's just, real relaxing little sunsets to watch, stuff like that. Um, it's okay. And I mean, it's actually, it's pretty great. And it was a cheap TV. I got it on sale. I got it for $350.
Oh, nice.
So what I'm thinking is I'm selling my old TV for 100,
Mhm.
and then because it's a small 32-incher, so I'm selling my old one for 100, and then when I graduate in 2 years or whatever, I'll probably be able to pass this one off for 200, 250. So in the end, I'll either be hopefully even breaking even or losing just $50. And man, 2 years for $50 of use, I'm going to be a-okay with. I think it's worth it. Plus, it's way bigger. It's a 50-inch TV, so
Oh,
it's
nice.
kind of proud of that. My dad gave me an eye roll and said, "Why the hell do you need that?" He gave it to me over the phone too, like a sunset.
Why didn't you what he was going to say?
Said, "Why do you need that?"
Oh, why do you need that? You're like, because that's it.
Because it looks
You're
pretty
like,
okay.
you're like, hey, you didn't have a problem. You didn't say anything about those amiibo I had. This is much more useful than those. So don't even.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're spending your money on, going on like useful, like food. Who
Yeah.
spends money on food?
Who eats? What a waste. You're just going to have to eat again in a couple hours anyway. Why bother?
I had a fun story. Yeah, exactly. It just goes all to waste. I had a funny story today where I went out with a friend to grab dinner, and we hadn't seen each other in a little while. So she sent me, a text like, "Do you want to go to eat?" And I said, "Sure, we're at." And she said, "I don't know, somewhere cheap." Okay, now when you tell me you want to go eat somewhere cheap, I mean cheap, okay? Like, I don't like to spend money on food. It's such a waste. As you said, you're gonna eat in 3 hours anyway. It's 5 minutes on the lips, lifetime on the hips, and it hits your wallet, right? So like
You're
there are
only
all
like
these
20 years
issues.
old and you're all already worried about like having all this extra weight.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's because portions are big at restaurants or like wherever you eat. Um, and it's expensive to eat out. You could spend that money. Like I have friends that go out to eat maybe twice a week, once, twice a week, and they're like, "Why don't you come out with us?" And I'm like, "Listen, you spend $10 a meal. If you spent even $10 a week after a year, that's over $500. I'll buy a 4K TV instead." So she
Exactly.
sends me this text and she's like, "I don't know, somewhere cheap." So I rationally thought that we're going to actually go someplace cheap. So I send her a text and I say, "Sure, how about McDonald's?"
Yeah, that's my first guess too.
The text back says, "Haha, lol, not that cheap. What about sushi?" After which point I nearly crap myself because I don't think I've ever had someone send me a text uh, asking for cheap food and suggesting sushi as the cheap food. I'll tell you what, though. We actually did go to sushi. She told me it was a cheap place. She promised me. It was. It was 12 pieces of sushi for $6. Not too bad.
That
So,
seems pretty expensive. Like I haven't eaten sushi, but it's like I'm imagining like a piece of sushi is like the small squares you imagine when you see sushi.
uh, yeah, I mean, there were circles, and they were not small. They were good. They were good. Like, they weren't just plain. They had, like, the spicy mustard and shit on them.
Yeah.
They were good sushi.
Okay.
Um, but by sushi standards, that's pretty cheap,
Yeah.
I think, anyway. I don't know. Maybe in Toronto, they're cheaper.
Oh, I'm not doubting that it might be cheap for sushi. I just mean cheap as in like food.
Oh,
I'm like you
yeah,
could
but I
buy a
think
hamburger for like $5 and you'd probably get like more food out of it.
Yeah, but this was six for 12 sushi. No, I mean 12 sushi it's a decent number, and I was filled up by it. I mean the alternative would be I would have gone to McDonald's and gotten like,
Oh, I was
yeah, like
thinking 12 for 6 sushi.
no,
That's
no,
why
no,
I was
yeah,
like, man, that's expensive. $2 for
maybe I
like a
misspoke. No,
square.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
six
yeah. Okay,
dollars, 12 sushi,
gotcha.
which is
Okay, that's pretty
actually,
cheap.
which is yeah. So I spent $6 on dinner,
All right,
which
that's not bad.
is only like $2 more than I would have spent otherwise, at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I was satisfied with that. Plus, it was sushi. And so I'll have you know if you're ever in Michigan, I'll take you out to $6 sushi.
All right. Man. Yeah, 4K TVs are pretty cheap. I've noticed. Like, sometimes I go to
Yeah,
like this supermarket and it's like, yeah, there's like a $500 4K TV. It's like you can
yeah.
get like I don't know how good of a TV it is, but I mean
I've
they're
been,
they're basically at the point where HD TVs were a couple of years
yeah,
ago or sometime where like yeah, they're standard prices. So
yeah. I've been eyeing them for a while, and I was thinking like, what's my budget gonna be?
mhm.
Plus, I graduate. Well, I graduate in 2 years. If I take a semester off, then that's a year and a half I graduate in. So it's like, why would I spend however much money? $700 on a great TV that I'm then gonna end up moving anyway. It's like I don't know if I can keep that.
Yeah.
So that was the compromise I made with myself. Plus, this is HDR. I looked at the reviews. It's very good for gaming, high scores for gaming, and the reviews said that like for like it'd be a good price at $600, let alone 350. So
Mhm.
it was a sale, and so I'm happy with my choice because it's small loss for 2 years of use.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, do we have any other? Did you play anything else?
Uh I did sort of, but it'd probably be better with like a group.
Okay, I see. I'm not enough for you.
It's not it. Great. I love you.
Fine, fine. Guys, tune in next time, and you'll have a truly invigorating podcast in which we'll have more than two people,
Yes.
and one which Matt will feel comfortable talking about the
Oh,
game he played um, with.
Uh,
He's just obviously intimidated by me. He knows that on the other end of this mic, you know, I'm just sitting here all sultry like, and he's he can't take his eyes off me
oh
through
yeah,
this
definitely.
Skype screen.
We're gonna have to play Salmon Run, definitely.
I'll
Uh,
play with you once it runs.
yeah, there's one that goes until like 2 p.m. tomorrow.
I won't be home.
Yeah, I figured not. Thursday, there's one, I think sometime in the afternoon. Oh shoot.
Where's the schedule posted?
I don't know. I just checked in the game. If you
Okay.
like, yeah,
Is it
just go to
there?
the
Okay.
menu and then to the side a couple of times. It'll show like the next 5 days or whatever.
I see. I see.
Yeah,
Woo.
I'm off the next few days, but then I also have things happening at like the evening.
Oh, look at you guys. Matt's actually popular now that he's gainfully employed.
No,
Uh,
definitely not.
now that he's employed, period.
No, they're just like weird timing things. Like I do a board game thing, and that's one's happening this week, and then like I meet with some college buddies to see like an animated movie once a month, and that's just so happening this week as well. Just
Mm,
coincidence. But
I think not
well, fine. Don't believe me.
from the movie.
What?
There's a movie where the guy says, "Coincidence? I think not." That's
Oh,
from Monsters Inc., I think.
oh. I'm pretty sure that's from like everything.
Oh, no, it's from The Incredibles.
Really? Oh yeah, it's the guy's boss, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
And then he
Oh,
like
wait.
fires him like a minute after or whatever it is. All right, so I think we'll wrap it about there. I might have a guest next week. Depends on what kind of news we have, and whatnot. Maybe I'll just do it anyway and just bring that one question in to make it interesting. You can find me at the Mango Viking on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and VidMe. And Eli, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Paul Salon and my writing at NintendoEnthusiast.com, and Nintendo Network 64 is my YouTube channel.
Cool. So wherever listening, we'll see you next time. Leave gaming to Nintendo.